Good afternoon and welcome to Pay and Free's webinar on voluntary benefits in 2021. My name is Kathy Graham and I am the Senior VP of HR Services. And at your fingertips at any time you have something that you need help with from an HR basis. Today we're going to talk about voluntary benefits and what's happening in 2021, why you should have these. First of all, we're going to talk about what they are. What are voluntary benefits and why should you offer them? Then we're going to look at the trends. I'm going to show you some statistics from a variety of surveys. I have also attached a copy of this presentation and some of the statistics from in a report that I found that I thought might be interesting to you, and those can be reached in your handouts in the box on your screen. And after the trends, we talk about how you implement these voluntary benefits in your company. At the end, we'll have a Q&A period. If you have a question anytime throughout the webinar, please type it into the question box on your screen. And at the end, I will address those questions individually. So let's talk about what are voluntary benefits. Voluntary benefits are plans that meet the needs of your employees from an individual standpoint and from a family standpoint. And these are outside of your normal group health plans like your medical, your dental, your vision. These are outside that main package. It is a great tool, or adding voluntary benefits is a great tool for enhancing your employee benefit package in today's environment. It is very important to look as though you have a very robust benefit package. When you're talking to applicants, when you're looking for additional resources to help you, benefits are very attractive to employees. If they think they have access to something through you that they can't get through someone else, then they may choose you as their employer instead. So they're a great recruiting tool. And the add-ons that they have the option of allow much more personalization because the needs of today's employee population are different than they were 20 years ago. You have probably in your employee population a mix of baby boomers, millennials, and Gen X employees that all want something different. And this is a way for you to reach the needs of each one of them. So at least 85% of employers offer some type of voluntary benefits, according to a benefit focus survey done in 2021. So if you're not offering, it probably makes you in the minority. Voluntary benefits include things like dental and vision and accident insurance, critical illness, hospital indemnity insurance, additional life insurance, pet insurance, which we offer at MPay, if you can believe that, and homeowner and auto insurance, legal assistance insurance, and we do offer that here also through Legal Shield. It's great. And identity theft coverage. And then last on the list, financial wellness benefits. This is probably something that is in the forefront right now because of all of the chaos that COVID has wreaked on employees and their families. Be either a loss of job, a loss of income, or sickness in the family, that kind of thing. So a lot of this too, companies are adding benefits like this, like the critical illness and the hospital indemnity insurance, to offset installing a high deductible health plan, so that offsets some of that. So it's a menu of things that you can offer that will appeal to different people at different times in their lives. So let's look at some statistics. This is from Willis Towers Watson in their 2021 Emerging Trends in Healthcare Survey. And on top is financial planning and counseling, and then tuition reimbursement programs. We have a student loan repayment plan here at pay entry. And then down the list, you'll see telephonic financial planning and counseling. And then things that everybody always wants: an on-site fitness center, backup childcare, and elder care. These are the things that are trending right now, on top of the already established benefits that are out there. Here is a benefit focus survey in 2021 showing the average annual percentage of employers offering some sort of income protection benefits: voluntary accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity. And you can see for each one of those benefits, it goes up every year. And that is because there is an employee demand for it, and it's very attractive in the way that you can add it to your benefit platform. And the employees are using it more, especially with higher deductible health plans, and having been in a situation where they have a high deductible health plan and have a deductible that needs to be satisfied. Both critical illness and hospital indemnity can certainly help there. And this takes a look at the average annual percentage of employers that offer specialty voluntary benefits. We're looking at identity theft protection, legal insurance, and pet insurance. And here again, each year from 2018 to 2021, there's been an increased focus or selling of those types of products in the workplace. Back to Willis Towers Watson. Here you can see the 5 fastest growing voluntary benefits. Identity theft is going strong because of all of the identity theft problems we have in our environment. Every day someone is getting hacked or shut down or something like that, and people are very aware that their identity is fragile. Then hospital indemnity goes along with the high deductible health plans and an offset of those expenses. Pet insurance is very popular because people love their pets as much or more in some cases than their children, which I'm not saying is the right thing, but there is unconditional love with the pet. And then critical illness and group legal have been around for a long time, and they're still going strong. You can see there's a pretty good jump from one year to the next. And those who are going to offer it by 2022 obviously are a lot stronger now than it was. So these are the fastest growing voluntary benefits out there. Some other statistics that I think help is that to show you that employers are changing their approach to benefits, expanding what they're offering, improving communication around those benefits, and adding some additional value added programs. One of the things that I will tell you is that if you put in voluntary benefits, make sure that you give it the effort it deserves when it comes to communicating it, because we're going to talk about that a little bit in a minute. But it is very important, if you offer a plan, for your employees to know that it's there, for you to get their attention, and not just at open enrollment, but throughout the year. 80% of employers are increasing their benefit communications or intend to. And it's very important that you work with your broker or your insurance carrier to make sure that they help you communicate those benefits. 74% of employers are offering more value-added services like mental health programs or EAPs. I think May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it has been at the forefront lately with all of the depression and anxiety caused by COVID and the environment that we're currently in. So those are fast-growing programs. 66% of employers are expanding the range of their employee paid benefits, which most of the time voluntary benefits are. And then 75% of employers are enabling employees to have the ability to customize what they want in their benefit packet. 70% of employers are investing in new emerging benefits. And then 64% are expanding the range of non-medical insurance benefits. So this is something that is really, I want to use a more technical term, but it's really hot right now. I mean, if you are if you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you really want to make your benefit package um, have a facelift, this is the way to do it, because it adds a lot of things that are interesting to employees and that they will sign up for. So let's talk about why don't more employers offer voluntary benefits. And I'll start out by saying sometimes employers just there are those employers who don't care. There are those employers that don't want to spend the effort on it. Um, and then some employers think that they can't afford it. And that's not the case. Many programs don't require employers to contribute at all. I would say in a majority of cases, it's all employee paid. It's just a matter of you introducing it in the workplace and possibly making an available payroll deduction, or sometimes not. They can pay directly to the carrier. Also, employers think that they have to have minimum participation to offer these voluntary benefit plans, and that's not the case. In your regular benefit plans, yes, you do have to have a minimum participation. Most of the time in a healthcare plan, it's somewhere between 50 and 70%. Same with your dental and your vision. So in that case, the employer has to step in and pay a portion of it for everyone so that, or all of it for everyone, so that they can participate, they can have a plan at work. Most voluntary benefit plans don't require that a minimum number of employees participate. So that's the value there. And a lot of employers think, well, my employees would not be able to get coverage because they have medical issues, medical underwriting requirements. And in voluntary plans, health underwriting is normally not required. So if you're thinking these three things were keeping you from adding voluntary benefits, none of them are true. In fact, small employers should be adding these to create a bigger looking package so that they can attract and retain top talent. So why should you offer voluntary benefits? Well, it's a way to enhance your current benefit plan offering at no cost. Sometimes there's a low cost if you want to as an employer, but it's not mandatory. But this is a way to create a better benefit package, something you can brag about to your applicants. And obviously to attract and retain top talent in a competitive job market. I talk to so many employers who cannot find people to come to work. And yes, the unemployment offering right now is keeping some of them out of the market, but not all of them. So it's a very competitive job market right now. And if you want the best people, you're going to have to offer the best benefits. And also for the employees that you already have, this creates a greater level of employee satisfaction and higher morale. People are happier at work. They're getting something that they need there. According to Willis Towers Watson's Emerging Trends in Healthcare survey, 94% of employers identify voluntary benefits as a key piece of their employee value proposition and total reward strategy. That's compared to just 36% in 2018. So from 36% to 94% in 2021. There's another Aon Health survey that shows the reasons that you should offer voluntary supplemental medical benefits, and that obviously it meets the employee's needs with expanded options for coverage for those high deductible health plans. To support employee migration, obviously with the HDHP. Some of these other things, the excise tax has been, I think that's been removed from the pending tax legislation, but all of the above, 26%. Here you look at the supplemental medical coverage as a part of an overall strategy, and 59% have accident. They're currently approaching or keeping it. 45% with critical illness, whole life. Whole life is declining in the employee realm because there are so many other term life options that are less expensive and other ways like a retirement plan to invest for the future. Whole life is not as popular as it once was. So now that you know you should be offering these benefits and it's kind of a no-brainer, how do you implement this voluntary benefit program at your company? What are the steps? Well, first of all, you need to identify a reputable resource, and I think I have one for you today. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And then examine your demographics, analyze your workforce, okay? You have a lot of different people and types of people. So decide how many males, how many females, how many are families, how many are in each of the baby boomer category, the millennials, how many of each do you have? Then you'll know what appeals to each group, and that would be a very good task for you to perform prior to going out and looking for things, because then you'll know what appeals to that group. Then you work with your trusted resource to introduce new options either at open enrollment or before, because it can kick off before open enrollment. And then, as I mentioned earlier, make sure that you have an effective communication plan with everybody that's eligible, including the family members, to ensure success. You need to hold in-person or virtual meetings nowadays. And you don't forget to send information to the home address, because the spouse, in many cases, is the decision maker when it comes to employee benefits. You need to send it home with the employee, because some days the spouse, I know companies that actually hold weekend and evening meetings for employee families to come and listen to the new benefit package during open enrollment, and they have a very high a percentage of enrollment. And everyone understands because they are there to ask questions. I mentioned earlier that I have a trusted resource for you. I would recommend that you try Payentry Financial Services. In partnership with the Association for Entrepreneurship USA, Payentry is offering voluntary benefits through this association, and we would love to be able to help you with yours. No sales pitch, but I will tell you, I trust these people. I've worked here for a couple of years now and knew them before, and these are legitimate above board people that you can work with. And if you want more information, you have a handout of this presentation on the screen that you have access to, but you can you can email Sherry Branda at Payentry, or you can visit the website, and you have access to this screen once you log off because of that. And just reach out and talk about it. We have lots of options. There will be a webinar on the 25th of May, and you'll be getting some information about that. All of our clients will. So join the webinar and find out more about it, or if you want some information in the meantime, Sherry would love to give you some. With that, I'm going to stop and answer your questions if you have any. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. There we go. There's a question: are these benefits paid by the employer, or does the employee contribute to the cost? The employee can foot the whole bill in voluntary benefits. So the employer may not have any cost at all. And sometimes employers will want to pay a little bit to get people interested in the benefit plan, but it is optional. So that's why voluntary benefits are so attractive, is because they are employee paid. Okay, I think that is the last of our questions. If you have any more questions, please reach out to us. Oh, here we go. There's another question: does your organization offer a medical benefit? And yes, we do. That is one of the offerings in this package, are the critical illness and hospital indemnity. So let's just say you don't offer benefits right now at all. put some voluntary benefits in place. At least the employee has the option of buying these through you. And most employees are not going to get on the website and shop for a life insurance policy, even though they really need it. And you don't offer benefits, but you offer them access to these benefits through your relationship with us. This question says, could you please explain hospital indemnity? I would probably not do it justice. Let me just see here if Sherry is online. And Sherry, I'm going to try to unmute you in just 1 minute, if I can find you. Okay, Sherry. Sherry, would you mind telling us what hospital indemnity is?
Kathy, are you able to hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, hospital indemnity is a benefit that's really pretty straightforward. It pays an initial benefit when you're hospitalized, you're admitted. Usually it's a 24-hour admission. You spend the night, one night in the hospital. It pays a lump sum benefit of typically anywhere from $500 to $1,500. And then it'll pay a daily benefit of often $100 to maybe $200 a day for anywhere from 5 days to 10 days. Each plan is different, but basically it helps reimburse for that out-of-pocket expense people have whenever they're hospitalized and their deductible is triggered. So it's a initial hospitalization and then a daily benefit, often for just a regular room and or an ICU admission.
That's great. Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? If not, we're going to wrap this up today, and you can reach out to Sherry if you're interested. Join us on our webinar on the 25th, and what we'll do then is go over the plan design and the different benefits that are available. Thanks for attending today. Hope you have a great afternoon, and we do have a webinar on Thursday, which is our normal day to do webinars. It's on our new APHR certification, which is a human resources certification. We're offering a class on that. So if you're interested in that, please join us. Again, have a great afternoon and thanks for coming.